Hi, this is Walt Kasmir, professional advocate. You are on my YouTube channel, Having Critical Conversations. This segment is what I call Disability Dialogues. Here I will be giving invaluable information, tips, and strategies to help anyone who is interested in applying for Social Security disability insurance, also known as disability insurance, disability benefits. Whatever the title that you give it, I am here to help you effectively apply for your benefits and, if necessary, appeal a denial. This happens quite often. So here I will be giving you a variety of valuable information, strategies, and resources. I hope that you will log on every week to check for new updated information. So before you enjoy this next video, please like, subscribe, share, let other people know where you found this content. All right, enjoy the next video. Welcome back, everyone. Walt Kasmir, professional advocate. I'm so excited to present the next episode of Disability Dialogues. In this episode, I want to briefly discuss 3 tips that will help you win your disability case. Okay, so pay attention. I'm giving you a highlight of what it takes to successfully apply for your disability benefits and hopefully actually achieve them with the initial application, or if we have to, an appeal at the reconsideration level. So let me open up this brief presentation for you and let's get to it. All right, so as I said, I have 3 tips to help you win your disability case. They are the 5-step sequential analysis that the Social Security Administration uses, the fact that there is a 60% denial rate when people try to apply on their own. And third, but not least of all, it is that you will be in a much better position to win your case if you enlist help from a professional advocate. So let's get to it. So, like I said, tip number 1 is the Social Security Administration uses the system of a 5-step sequential analysis to determine whether or not you are truly disabled according to their definition. Sequential analysis is the key word. So there are 5 steps that you have to go through. And each one of those steps, they are trying to make sure that you are indeed disabled according to their definition. So those 5 steps are 1, the non-medical eligibility. They will determine if you are indeed eligible. You have to have worked basically about 10 years to earn enough credits to qualify for Social Security disability benefits. If you indeed have qualified, then you get to proceed to the step 2. If you did not work enough to have those benefits, then you will be denied. So the next step is number 2, to prove that you do indeed have a impairment that is severe enough to prevent you from working. That is the operative definition of disability according to the Social Security Administration. Step number 3, they expect this to be a permanent impairment that prevents you from working, not a short term that you will be able to rehab or something and return back to your prior level of work. Actually, that's step number 2. I'm jumping ahead. Step number 2 is, do you have a severe impairment? Step number 3, that's the good part. Step number 3, if your impairment is actually listed on Social Security's listing of impairments, and it meets the criteria that they spell out in detail, then you automatically win your case and you will be awarded disability benefits. Step number 4. So if your impairment did not meet step number 3, meeting or equals impairment listing, then you're not automatically disqualified. You are evaluated at step 4. Okay, yes, you have an impairment. It is severe, but is it actually preventing you from doing relevant past work? If the answer is no, denied. If the answer is yes, you get to go to the next step. Step number 5, are you able to do any work? Less demanding work is step number 5. So step number 4 and step number 5 is where a majority of people are tripped up for various reasons. It could be that they didn't have the medical documentation that actually vividly described with a preponderance of the evidence that indeed their impairment limited them and kept them from doing either past relevant work or being able to adapt to a new job that's less demanding in step 5. So if you can do something similar, then you're denied. If you can't, then they say, okay, I know we see that you are impaired. We see that you can't do your old job, but can you do something less demanding? If you can, another chance for them to deny you again, step number 5. So in step number 1, they can actually catch you on what I call the technical loopholes. There are other reasons besides not being financially eligible. For instance, if you work but you didn't work what they call substantially gainful employment, if you didn't have enough credits, or you are still working, if you are working over the substantial gainful activity level, meaning you're impaired but you can still work enough to make what they consider a basement level income, then you're denied. If you are incarcerated or you got impaired while you're incarcerated, denied. If you received your impairment during the commission of a crime, denied. If your impairment is drug or alcohol related, denied. This is at the first step. So if any of these reasons they catch you in those loopholes under a technicality, you're denied. So in step number 2, you have to have a severe impairment according to Social Security's definition, and it has to be for at least 12 months. And as I state, as you can see in the slide, you have to have detailed medical evidence from your doctors to prove your case. I mentioned in step number 3, meeting the listings, or also you can have a combination of things that equal that same type of severity that you would find in a impairment that is listed, for instance, multiple sclerosis or advanced cancer. Those two are listed in the impairments listing, and if you have meet the criteria that is spelled out in those, you will be granted your disability. Step number 4, as I said, the capacity for the past work. According to Social Security's definition, you have to meet the disability. You have to have impeccable medical evidence to prove it. And then a new element they bring in is they bring in a vocational analyst to determine if your limitations that you can prove through medical documentation, how they compare to what's listed in the occupational descriptions of a job like yours or something similar, or that it could be even less demanding. So they bring in a specialist, the vocational analyst, to try to see if they can weed you out that way as well. So you have to have your I's dotted, your T's crossed to prove that you are disabled to Social Security. Like I said, step 5, if you are able to do any work, you're denied. If you can't, you will be allowed your benefits. So as you can see, they're not making it easy. You do indeed have to be impaired, has to be severe. You have to have the medical documentation to prove it. Step number 2. Tip number 2, I should say. 60% of cases are denied. So when they try to seduce you into applying by yourself, applying online, they will help you fill out the forms. It's kind of like having someone at Walmart do your taxes. They fill out forms, but they are not your advocates. The deck is stacked. If you try to do this yourself, there's an over 60% chance that you will not be approved. So the solution seems obvious. The logical step is to seek a professional advocate to help you with this. That brings us to tip 3. You need a professional advocate who has training in the Social Security Administration procedures, the Social Security Act, how they are evaluating your impairment to determine if you are truly disabled according to their definition. Someone who has clinical experience. That just happens to be me. I am a professional advocate. I am a authorized representative. I've been an RN for over 25 years. I've been in healthcare over 30 years. I have extensive study in medical legal consulting and Social Security advocacy. You can get a free, obligation-free evaluation at SSDI Social Security Disability Insurance Answers.com. Reach out. It's no obligation. I can give you a very close estimate of your percentage, the chance that you can actually win your case. Walt Kasmir here again. I hope you enjoyed the video you just watched. I hope you found it informative and easy to follow. If you did, do me a favor. I need you to subscribe, like, share, submit your comments and questions in the description below. I always add links to resources and contact information that will help you effectively apply for Social Security disability, and if you need to, appeal your decision. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video.